Leslie ready to start even more mess. Isaiah and Eva smitten with each other. Vanessa drunk. Bill still watching Danny. Tomas trying to convince Kat to move in. Ashley jealous. And the last thing is that Kiki Wyatt end up performing, y'all. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life of Chesty for Beyond the Gates, December 8th, 2025. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. What did y'all think? Did y'all like the episode? Look here. Look at here. I can't believe this. I said, did it just start yesterday? Not yesterday, because yesterday was Sunday, but y'all know Friday. I think Friday. How it's going to be over before it even began? The only thing that they really showed is Kiki Wyatt performing. The only thing they showed was her performing Silent Night, and even that was short. But I said, wait a minute, pause. I said, the fashion show was more interesting. They did all this planning for Winterfest and stuff. We didn't even see nothing. We didn't see nothing. Vernon spoke been performing, or that's what we assumed anyways, because he running around sneaking around with Sharon and stuff. Leslie over here eavesdropping. Malone was with her, but I don't think he heard nothing. She the only one that heard something. She told me, it's a scandal that's basically going to explode and change things. They ain't going to tell Vernon basically when everything blows up, there's going to be one person on his side or whatever. And I said, you ain't done enough. You haven't done enough yet, have you? I said, don't worry, your time coming, sweetheart. But yeah, what did y'all think of the episode? But we about to talk about it. Look, I don't got so many names because they were just showing everybody on today's episode. They literally, every time I write down one name, then here comes some more people meeting up. Look, the whole cast on the doggone paper. I said, I was just trying to summarize everything. But who did they show first? I think Kat and Tomas. He was still trying to convince her to move in. She clearly don't want to. She was saying how she just moved in with Chelsea and the purpose was for them to work and stuff like that. And he kept trying to convince her. She wanted to know what the rush was. And he over here lying like it ain't nothing. Then he gonna get up to leave her, talking about something. You may be able to miss out on Winterfest, but I can't. Basically, it's gonna be a lot of networking opportunities and everything. Meanwhile, he over there watching Eva. As soon as he got there, they show him over here standing beside Jacob, and they watching Isaiah and Eva. They just watching them. And Leslie said, you chose the wrong sister. I was like, look, he know he wanted her. He wants her. Let me change that around. He know he want her. He just think that Kat gonna help his position and stuff like that. Matter of fact, what did he say? I don't know. He said something. Kat said something about the partners. I think he said something about the partners gonna be there at the Winterfest or whatever. He might as well stay with Kat. He just got there and it's already over with. I said, wait a minute. Pause. People had said that Kiki Wyatt's supposed to be performing though. But I said, this can't be the Winterfest they was talking about. Everybody going home and stuff. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Tomas trying to convince her to move in. She didn't want to. He ends up leaving to go to the Winterfest. She ends up thanking Joey for all his help. I said, girl, you don't even know where you in. Stay away from him. Y'all just can't stay out of his face. But yeah, then he ends up getting I think he got a call or something. Somebody who sent that photo of Ted and Vanessa. I ain't get to see it. Who sent that photo? But yeah, Vanessa over here, she funny when she drunk. What she said, she had said that something about Leslie trying to murder somebody. Then she was like, you too for that matter, somebody Malone. And he's like, oh, what's going on with you? And he was trying to explain to her why, I don't know how we got to talk about Vanessa. He tried to explain to her why, Joey couldn't come. Well, yeah, she drunk and she talking too much. I said, now he got feelings for you. He love you like he said, but you talking a little too much. You talking a little too much. Once again, you are. I said, sooner or later, that little safe spot you think you got, it's gonna run out. It's gonna run out. But yeah, what else? Even Isaiah was talking. What happened? I know they was talking. I think Ted came up. I said, Ted, go on about your business now. I said, girl, look, this episode is really about people thinking about what they lost. Bill with Danny, Ashley with Andre, Tomas with Eva, and who else? I want to say it was somebody else. That might have been it. I might have called everybody. But yeah, like I said, even Isaiah was talking and stuff, spending time together. Ted came. They ended up going to spend time together. And they didn't, like I said, they didn't show nothing. Bill spoke in MC. They don't walk through the door talking about, so you did a good job. Danny telling him how he did a good job. He telling her she did a good job. I said, I ain't see it. No, baby. I said, I didn't see nothing. Did y'all see something? Hold on. They done made this big fuss about this doggone Winterfest and ain't nothing happened. But yeah, Anita ends up meeting Rollins as Ted watches. Ted was watching Nicole with Rollins. It's the guy, I forgot about him, y'all. I knew we was just talking about that, last week? or the week before last, the guy, what's his name, Greg Vaughn, they used to play Lucky up on General Hospital. He also played on Queen Sugar with the guy that plays Bill. Yeah, I was like, that's who Rollins was. That's who he is. I mean, does anybody know if he's supposed to be a long-term cast member or what? I think that says some more people supposed to be getting introduced to the show as well, so that should be interesting. Naomi tells Laura to come to her office so that they can get a protective order or whatever it's called in regards to Leslie because she harassing her. Leslie ends up welcoming Jan and Ashley. Ashley came like she just, I said, you should stay at the house then. She looked like she just was not enjoying herself. And she wasn't because she kept looking at Andre and Danny. I didn't write down Danny and Ashley. They had a conversation. Danny wanted to clear the air. Ashley to my son, she thought that their marriage wasn't real and stuff. That's why she did what she did. Girl, either way it go, you was fouled. Either way it go. Either way it go. And I don't think she done yet. I don't think she done. We shall see though. Well, yeah, Danny do look happy, but she not enough to stay out of your face. Shoot, she look happy. She also, what they say, everything that glitter ain't gold. I don't think that's the right saying. What saying I'm trying to say? That's kind of the same thing. Cause no, that's definitely not what I was trying to say. But I'm saying just cause she over here happy and smiling, don't mean she actually is, or she ain't gonna leave Bill alone. He done brought his tail over there to where Anita, Andre, and Danny was. And he used to my son, he wanted to talk about, he did the sound check or something like that. I said, you full of crap. And then he kept on talking, and Danny looked like she wanted to see, was he okay? I said, no, Danny, it's a trap. It's a trap, Danny. Hold on. And real quick, I thought that this was going to be the week that, Haley tried to take him. I mean, she's been trying to take him out for weeks now. But I thought this was going to be the episode where, it works or whatever. Because, they showed him laying on the floor. And she runs to myself, Bill or whatever. But the spoilers after that say that Bill's supposed to get a new client. He's supposed to get a new client. And Haley's shocked by who the client is. So I was like, so he going to be okay. I mean, I figured eventually he'll be okay anyways, but I thought that, he was going to end up in the hospital. Danny was going to find him or something like that, so he ain't gone yet. She ain't full on did it yet. Also, on today's episode, she was looking for her purse. I said, somebody got her purse. I said, somebody see the doggone poison in her bag. I said, somebody, no. I said, what on all these doggone storylines or great opportunities, and they just completely abandoned them. I said, don't get over here and start to be like the Bold and Beautiful in General Hospital now. Or like every Tyler Perry show. But yeah, it was like, she lost her doggone purse. Well, y'all know they be doing flashbacks, so maybe they're going to do a flashback where somebody seen something in her purse or something like that. But yeah, she was looking for her purse, couldn't find it. She finally found it. But yeah, what else? Let's see. This whole episode was about a Winterfest that didn't happen. But yeah, what else? Where we stop it? I think Naomi talking to Laura. No, Leslie welcomed Jan and Ashley. Nicole getting to know Rollins. She was asking questions. She ends up seeing Ashley. She ends up seeing Vanessa. She goes to check on her. Vanessa got defensive about Joey once again. And Nicole left. So she continued to get to know Rollins. And what Ted came over there and said they was talking about auction or something like that. And he got a dinner for two, and she was like, she the one who donated the gift card or something like that, and that smile dropped real fast. Rollins and Nicole went back to the house, but nothing happened. He trying to see her again. She was like, maybe. I said, Carlton. I said, wait a minute. I said, Carlton, he trying to steal your woman. I mean, that's going to forever be Ted woman, in my opinion. We'll see. But right now, I said, Carlton, you done went out of town now. Somebody done swooped in. And Ted just watching us. So I said, see, let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson. Just because you didn't appreciate somebody don't mean nobody the next person. I said, nobody the next person. Doesn't mean the next person not going to appreciate that person. Hold up. I said, you ain't think she had it like that, did you? Or you forgot? I said, look, he just back there watching. Bill back there watching. I said, look at them. Ashley watching Andre to my son. Yeah, oh, you very lucky. You don't know that. You don't know what Andre treat her like. Why they always be saying that? Y'all know what go on at home. But yeah, Thomas, you very lucky, girl. Please, don't worry. He'll be back over there with you when he realizes that she's still in love with Bill. Then the fact that she didn't tell him about the kisses, you never give nobody no chance to one-up you. Tell the truth. You should have told him before y'all started to get real serious. You could have said, we kissed twice or whatever. It don't matter that Bill wanted to keep it a secret. It don't matter. If y'all married, that's supposed to triumph all that stuff. Hold on. What else? Let's see. I always said Nicole checked on Vanessa. Might as well get Vanessa out the way. So she kept drinking. She ended up getting drunk. She came out there mentioning once again Leslie trying to murder Laura or whatever. Then she mentioned Malone trying to do the same thing. And that's when he started talking to her about Joey. And then Ted came over because she kept on. Ted came over, offered I think they went for a walk or something. She turned around and she licked out her tongue at. She stuck out. Licked out her tongue. She stuck out her tongue at Leslie. I said that was funny. But what else? Let's see. I'm trying to remember everything. Let's see. I think that was the last thing with Vanessa. Haley was talking to Naomi about so she hoped her and Naomi would be okay or go back to the way things used to be. Naomi basically said no because of what she did to her mama and the fact that she used her friendship to get close to her dad. And I said, you have no idea. You have no idea. But once again, you have all the pieces. Not all the pieces, but majority of the pieces you have. You know, you at an advantage. I keep saying that because she do. She the one person that knows a lot of things. She's the one person that could connect these dots. The only thing is she was the one who found her purse and went through it and seen that medicine or whatever, or heard about the 10 million. Well, I think she did hear about the 10 million. She did. I was like, yeah, if it don't be Danny, maybe it could be Naomi and she tell Danny, because I feel like Danny gonna be the one to save him. I feel like she is. Hold on. What else? Let's see. They showed Bill. He was back there watching Danny. Haley just rolling her eyes every chance she get. I said, well, you don't want him anyway, so it don't matter. It really don't matter, girl. You trying to take him up out of there. Tracy ended up asking where I didn't see that the first time. I had to rewind it. When I rewinded it, I was like, nah, I didn't see that the first time. But yeah, Tracy asked Sharon where she disappeared to. She lied to. And I said, Meanwhile, Leslie ready to stir up mess. She was watching them. She seen them go together. She ran over there with Malone, listening to stuff. That's when she was trying to ask him if he was gonna do it, and he didn't want to do it. And he was like, he didn't want to ruin Anita's big moment. So she think that they finna break up, or he's finna break up with Anita, or end things with Anita for Sharon. And that's why she told him he gonna have at least one person in this corner. And then she told Malone something about it's about to be a big scandal that's exposed and stuff like that that's gonna break the foundation. Whatever that girl said, whatever she said, I said she ready to stir up even more mess. It's like she learned nothing. I said she ain't learned diddly freaking squat at all. What else? Let's see. Oh, she done brought her tail over here messing with Laura, trying to order her around to so she want her to go get some storage for something or whatever. And they was telling her how she don't work for her. And she was like, but she wanted a sponsor, so she got to do this and she got to do that. So Malone came over there. I think that was when Malone came over there and he tried to act like he was on Leslie's side. I said, she gonna get the drive. She gonna get it. Y'all think they gonna hook up? Why? What did Elon say to Malone on this week's episode? If you seen the promo, what did he say to him? But yeah, Malone gonna be done did something wrong because he didn't seem like he was too happy with him. What else? I think that they end up leaving together and even wanted to know what they had going on, and she didn't tell her nothing. Danny and Nicole end up talking. Nicole wanted Danny to forgive her for assuming or thinking that her and Andre were using each other. I said they were, and they still is. They just denying right now. They enjoying themselves, but I still don't think he's over Ash, and I don't think that she's over. Well, we know for a fact she ain't over Bill, and we know for a fact that he ain't over Ashley either. Both of them just lying. Just lying. I said maybe they think that if they lied, if they said this is one of those situations where it's like, okay, if I continue to lie to myself, then maybe it'll be true. Maybe it'll eventually be true. The way Danny ran and jumped in his arms and stuff, you would think so. But the fact that she can't take her eyes off Bill either, and she just got to check on him. They said that Anita's supposed to share a moment with Bill, or she's supposed to do something nice for Bill or something. I don't know what that's going to be about, but it's supposed to be this week, y'all. I'm back, y'all. I had to mute it. Let's see what else happened. What else? Vanessa ends up calling Joey, and he's still saying the same thing. That's when she hung up on him. I forgot that part. Kat told Tomas that she wants to take her time, wants to know what the rush is. Vanessa was over there pouting because Joey not there. I said she having a fit. She having a fit. Ashley tell Danny that she didn't think that their marriage was serious, and Danny was like, she understand or whatever. And she was nice. She told her she's not Haley and Andre's definitely not Bill. And I said, Nah, what got me also, Bill over here gonna tell Andre, don't you hurt that woman. I said, who are you to tell somebody? That ain't the first time he said that, is it? I said, how you gonna sit up? How are you gonna sit there and tell this man not to hurt nobody when you don't hurt her repeatedly? And you probably gonna hurt her again when she come back to you. When she come back to you, because I'm assuming she will, you gonna hurt her again. But yeah, what else? Let's see. I already said Leslie. Oh, Leslie was watching Vernon and Anita first. They was kissing and stuff. And then she started to listen to Sharon and Vernon conversation. Vernon was saying how he doesn't want to ruin this for Anita or whatever. I said Vanessa was drunk. Kat thanks Joey. Oh, Haley was in Isaiah's face. And they was talking about the event and stuff like that. She wanted to know what made him come, and Eva came up. I said, that's right. He's spoken for. Gone about your business, girl. Like I said, this probably, I ain't gonna say the one cup on rooting for her, because I wanted Ted and Nicole to get back together. I wanted them to get back together. Bill and Danny, I'm not too sure about that. I mean, everybody cheating. Everybody's some cheaters around here, but yeah, I said, Lord Jesus, I'm kind of rooting for Isaiah and Eva. I am. I was like, she over here trying to flirt with him and stuff. Then Eva said, what she said, you want to come with us? She told me, I said, no. I said, that's right, take your tail on. I said, take your tail on. Bill, too busy in Danny's face. Your wife is over here flirting with another man, and this ain't the first time neither. I said, this ain't the first time neither. If you get your head out the Dupree's behind, you can see this. If he ain't in Danny's face, he over here hovering over the Dupree's. Did all that talk. Remember that scene or that episode where he was telling Haley he ready to move on from the Dupree's this and the Dupree's that, and he the one that keep going in their face? Man. What else? Let's see. Danny was saying she happier than she imagined she would be. That's when she was talking to Bill. They was just saying how both of them did good. He did good being the MC. She did good being whatever she was. Whatever she was. What was she doing anyway? Was she hosting or was he the host? She was in charge of the auction, wasn't she? Then Haley online Tia came up telling Bill how he did good. I said, how you know you was in Isaiah's face? You wasn't even there. Like, you wasn't there. What else? I think it was Isaiah and Eva talking and stuff like that. I think he had hurt himself, and they were just having a nice little cute moment. And Jacob was watching, and Tomas was watching. And Leslie was saying how, they may just be in-laws. And she told Tomas, you picked the wrong sister, and he walked away. He know it. He don't really want her like that. He know it. I skipped over Anita talking to Kiki White. She ended up convincing her to sing. She ends up singing Silent Night or whatever. And did y'all hear somebody in the background talking about you better sing? I said, never mind, I ain't gonna say that. If you know, you know. I was like, you know. But yeah, somebody was back there talking about, you better sing. And it was something else they said. It's something else they said, and if you been around, I said, man, I was cracking up at that part. Bill tells Andre he better treat Danny right and stuff. And that was it. I think the last thing was they showed them walking out, and that's why I said the Winterfest was over before it even began. Like, they did all that hoopla, and nothing happened. All the events, they didn't show. They just came in talking about it. All we really seen was everybody running around talking, which we see on the regular, and Kiki Wise singing. Or whatever. Look, I had to remember. I listened to Kiki Wise. So what song? I was trying to think of, the songs that she be singing and stuff. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, have girls tonight and be safe.